What's going on, guys? It's KingTutsPro back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to make a thumbnail with Photoshop in 2018. So we all know that it's obviously the new year. A lot of you guys are trying to, spice up your thumbnails a little bit if you guys are trying to do that. And if you guys are trying to do that and make your thumbnails look a little bit more attractive, look a little bit more clicky without being, clickbaiting people, then this is the tutorial for you. So without further ado, let's get started with the tutorial. Alright guys, so I'm going to be going over 3 types of different kind of thumbnails that you guys will be seeing a lot throughout 2018, and that is specifically obviously beauty guru channels. And their thumbnails are always eye-catchy. I don't know why, so I'm gonna show you guys how to do something like that that is very similar. Of course, I don't want you guys to go on and fully copy all of these YouTubers that I'm gonna show you guys in this video, because that's not what this is about. It's about being kind of creative in your own style, okay? So just letting you guys know that. Now, I'm gonna create a new document because I don't want to mess with this one. So go ahead and go to File, New, go into if you have the newest version of Photoshop, you guys should have something like this. If you have an older version, no problem. So give it a name. So then we're gonna go to pixels. We're gonna do 1280 by 720, which is the resolution that YouTube wants you to upload for thumbnails. The orientation, we want it to be landscape. Resolution, we want it to be 72 pixels because it's for web, and RGB, white, and click create. Okay, sweet. So we have this going on. Okay, first thing, unlock the background layer. And we're going to go into this website where you guys can go ahead and download royalty-free images. You guys can go ahead and use this throughout your projects if you wish. However, I would suggest you guys go ahead and give the photographers a shout out, some credit, because their photos are just absolutely gorgeous. They're just amazing. So a link to this website is going to be down in the description of this video. Alright guys, so once you are into this website called Unsplash.com, I went ahead and just typed in model. And I'm gonna go ahead and click on this one because I think this one looks really cool. Shout out to Pete Bellis, I think that's how you say his name. So I'm gonna go ahead and just click download free, okay? And when you click download, it's gonna go ahead and download the image to your desktop or wherever you saved it to. Some of the images are really high res. First of all, if you click on one, you can see the resolution of the image. Sometimes it will load, sometimes it doesn't. So there you go, it's fully loaded, as you can see. Which is nice. You really want to work with high resolution photos, because if you don't, it's going to look really bad in the thumbnail. So please guys, work with high resolution photos. Anything higher than 2000 by 2000, anything higher than 1000 is your best bet, but higher than 3000, you're golden. So drag this into Photoshop, or just go to File and Open, and it's going to go ahead and open up in a new window. So what I'm going to do, instead of just dragging her into the other I'm going to close this one. Instead of dragging her into this, I'm going to go ahead and double click on the background. And if you're on the newest version of Photoshop, this is just CC 2017, but in CC 2018 they introduced a new tool where you can quickly select an object. All you have to do is go to the quick selection tool, click on select and mask. Then you want to go ahead and select this one right here, which is, I believe, the quick selection tool, and make your size bigger, and go ahead and just select her. Okay, so something like that. And then if you don't want anything in the background, hold Option, and then just go ahead and get rid of it like that, okay? Now, in my opinion, this is nice if you have a lot of contrast, like if it's black and white or something like this would work well. However, in my opinion, I don't really like using this because I like to be more precise. I like to go in with the pen tool. But if you guys use the pen tool, you have a whole bunch of flexibility with the way you select your item and stuff. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just make a quick little time lapse of this, and then I'll come back to you guys once I am finished. Alright guys, so I went ahead and quickly select her out of the image here, and once you guys finish the last dot, all you gotta do is right click inside of that path, go to make selection. You guys can go ahead and feather the radius. I'm going to do 1 pixel and click on OK. And then if you guys want to do more of the selection with the hair, you guys can go ahead and go into this right here, which is the same thing, the quick selection mask, or the quick selection tool, sorry, and then go to select and mask, and then you can go in here using the refine tool, I think, and you can go ahead and make this bigger here, and you can go ahead and select some of that hair back in here. So something like that if you want, as you can see. And I'm going to select some of her hair back in here. So whoops, wrong tool. This one, here we go. So let's go ahead and bring some of that hair back. Looks good. So I'm gonna click on OK. Then I'm gonna press Command C, press Command V, make that size a lot smaller. So Option or Alt on a PC and Shift, and just drag that down to something like this. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect, like I said, just make it kind of big but not too big, something like that. And don't worry if it's cut off a little bit right here, I'm gonna fix that. This is just a very rough outline, guys. So I went ahead and downloaded another image. So the same thing that we're gonna do is just press Command A and Command C to copy that, and then paste it right here. It's going to be at the very top of the layer, so just drag that below the object layer, or whatever, you know, the person layer, whatever you guys want to call it. So just make the size a lot smaller, and you guys can go ahead and just play around with this. I'm just going to scale it to, I don't know, proportion, I don't know, something like, and press Command Enter. Sweet. I don't know, I'm just gonna play around with this. So the next thing you guys want to do is just add some elements. So if you go back to Kathleen Lights' channel, she has a lot of makeup products and stuff like that. This is totally optional, you guys don't have to do that, but in this case I'm gonna do it just to emphasize the point of making a beauty guru thumbnail. All right, so I went onto Google and I just typed up makeup products. I don't know, I just think this is kind of cool. You want to look for images that have usually a transparent background. If not, you can easily just crop this out or use the pen tool and take that out, but you want a high resolution photo. So I think this will do just fine. So just drag this into Photoshop and go into the background layer, and you can use the magic wand tool, select the background and just delete it. And you can select this bit and delete it as well, and then go into the eraser tool by pressing E and just erase what is left here. I know you guys are probably wondering, like, why did you choose this product, blah blah blah. Guys, I'm a guy, I don't know what I'm doing, okay? So I just selected this. So, but this is just an example, okay? So I'm gonna get rid of this right here. Sweet, looks good to me, and I'm gonna select it. Or you can just highlight it, press Command C, go back into this one and press Command V, and you're gonna have this huge image, okay? So make sure that this is on the very top of that layer, make it smaller, and well, not too small, something like that, and then just drag it there, okay? So I'm gonna do this and come back once I have a bunch of products. Guys, so I just finished picking out some products from Google, you know, from Sephora, and just, you know, adding some brushes and stuff. I don't know, but I just threw it onto the document, and so far it looks pretty good. The next thing you guys should do is add some effects to the products, just so that they stand out a little bit, as well as the person. So what I like to do is I like to, well, first of all, you guys should name your in this case your layers, but in this case, for the sake of the tutorial, I'm not going to. So the naked palette, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up that layer. Inside the layer style, we're gonna go and add a drop shadow, but not too heavy. As you can see, I'm gonna lower that a lot, and we're gonna make these values a lot less so it's not too strong. And we're gonna do something like, well, you don't have to add a shadow if you don't want to, but it just makes it stand out from the background, especially if it's like this. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. I like to do it, I think it looks nice. So we're gonna do drop shadow with 3, 8, and 9 with the opacity at 63, okay? So the next thing we need to do is add a outer glow. So select this, go to the outer glow, and lower the spread and the size, okay? And we're gonna do something like that. Maybe change the range, something like this, I don't know. And then maybe we can make the spread something like that, I don't know, 10, 9. And then you can always make this bigger or smaller. I think something like that would be nice. You can always take off the drop shadow if you think that's annoying, but I'm just gonna actually I'm gonna take off the drop shadow. So I think like that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna click on OK, and then I'm gonna right click on that layer and click on copy layer styles. Then on all of the other products, I'm gonna select it, right click, and click on paste layer style, and this will paste it on all of the products. So now you have something that looks like this, and it looks super dope, guys. This is for sure gonna catch your attention if you're going down your YouTube feed, okay? So from here, I honestly don't think you should add any text, because from here, I don't think you guys should add any text, just because there's just a lot already going on within the thumbnail. So as you can see, even though she still has some text, you can see that for the most part, she doesn't really add that much text. And if you have to have text, all you have to do is create a new layer, okay, and go into this right here in the rectangle tool. And then all you gotta do is just make a rectangle, okay? You can make it white, you can make it black, whatever you guys want. I'm gonna do white for this example, and I'm gonna do black text. I'm gonna just use the T for the type tool, and I'm gonna type in, I don't know, Sephora for this example. And I'm gonna make the text black because it has to go on white, and click OK. The font is called Bebas New or Bebas New. And I'm gonna make this smaller, okay, and click enter. And then once you have the text inside of that rectangle, select the rectangle. Then all you're gonna do is click on the align tool and then the horizontal tool to center and horizontally center the text as well as the rectangle. Then all you gotta do is just make sure that it's not too long or too short. So hold down Alt or Option and click on either of the sides here and make it so it fits or that they're the same size. So something like this would be pretty, I don't know, something like that, like this. So click enter or Command Enter if you're on a Mac, and then select both of them, group them together by pressing Command G. This way when you click and drag, they're all together. And then you can do something like this. I would make the text bigger so it stands out a little bit more, but not too big. So something like this, whoops, something like that. And then if you're gonna add another text, which I hope you guys don't, but if you do, make a copy by pressing Command J, and then just drag it up and press Command T, shift it the other way and just make it smaller so it's like this. And then I would change the background color, so go into this grouped layer, go to the rectangle tool, click this one right here and go to the fill, click on this and change the color. So you can do, I don't know, like I would say like a pastel pink, just because a lot of girls like that color. I'm not sure why, but I guess that's a big thing. So I'm gonna click on OK, and that looks really bad on black, so I'm gonna change this to white for the text, and I'm gonna click on OK. So you have something like that. But like I said, guys, I wouldn't suggest you guys do this if you're gonna add text, or I mean add images in the background that is like this. If you have fewer products, by all means go for it, but I think it looks better like this because people will look at the thumbnail first and then look at the title next. So but if you have to, I mean, go for it. I just don't think it would look that nice, but I think it just makes it a little bit more complete. So that's it for this tutorial. I mean, I know this was aimed more for more beauty gurus, because a lot of you guys really wanted a tutorial on how to make thumbnails, because I see a lot of thumbnails from beauty gurus, and I'm just like, yeah, I should make a tutorial. So I just hope you guys find this tutorial helpful in any way. Be sure to leave a like, that'd be awesome, guys. Subscribe, turn on the bell notification to receive weekly videos. Just be sure to comment down below if you have any video ideas. Peace out, guys.